Star Wars Battlefront 2 adds brand new maps from the original, lots from Episode 3, and brings back classic maps from the first game. But are the maps any better than they were in the first game, or are they any worse? Well guys, today, let's find out what maps are the best and what maps are the worst. Today, we're going to be ranking all the Battlefront 2 maps, including the DLC. But we won't be doing the space maps, as the difference between them is minimal, and not enough of a difference to rank them. So with that out of the way, let's do this. The worst map in Battlefront 2 would have to be Yavin 4 Arena. And this is a map I have absolutely no clue why they brought it back. Of all the maps in Battlefront 1 to bring back, this map is just horrible. It sucked there, and it sucks even more here. It's a simple map, and simple maps like that just do not work in Battlefront. It is just too easy for one team to be able to push, capture the back command post as the team with the better vehicles, or just the team that has two vehicles on the same side and just ambushes that freaking command post, wins. It's like the easiest strategy ever, and you just fucking win. It's just garbage. And the next worst map in Battlefront 2 would be Dagobah, which most people consider to be the worst map. There's just nothing fun about this map. It's hard to see, it's ugly, it just sucks. The location's not even that cool. It's like, yeah, it's cool, the place where Luke trained and all that, but it was a fucking swamp. Who cares about that? And they were literally never on this friggin' place. Why would they make this into a map of everything? It just sucks. The command posts suck. The way it plays sucks. Oh, Genosis. They butchered you in this map. Massive downgrade from how it was in the first map. It's just a line, basically, and it probably just owns the CIS because of how good the walker is in this game. It just feels unfair. And the vehicles that the CIS get, oh, these things suck, man. They're like, I feel like the Spider Walker is worse in this game. I don't know how you could have made that thing worse. And the Hailfire droid, don't even get me started. And Genosis, do you think, oh, you got the Hunt faction on your side, that's gonna help? Nope. Yavin 4 Temple, welcome back. This map is definitely better in this game than it was in Battlefront 1. That's not saying much though. The original just sucks because you didn't have running and you couldn't see, and the layout just kind of sucks, and yeah. Where this one, you got running, so that already makes it better for one. And two, it's just a bit more chaotic and fun, I guess, compared to the original game. I don't know, like, fun map. I do like it. Like I said, the layout's really boring. Nothing really fun in it. But the campaign mission, though, I must say that you get to do in this map, that is pretty enjoyable. That is one thing I will say. The bots are way better in Battlefront 1 than they are in Battlefront 2, though. So, like, yeah, you pretty much just go to the back command post, capture it, and you win, right? So, maybe online this map's better? I don't know. Endor is kind of cool in this game. It has some fun elements to it. It's a bit of a shit show, and getting rid of the destructible shieldmonger is a huge downgrade. I do not understand why they did that. It made this map much more fun with that. And the Ewoks are also just such a pain in the ass when you're playing as the Empire. And the biggest problem with this map, to be honest, is that it's just very one-sided towards the Rebels. The Rebels just like, even though you don't have the walkers, you just annihilate them, because their walkers, for one, they'll just get destroyed most of the time by the Ewok traps, right? Those things just own them, and when they're not getting owned by Ewok traps, you can just take them down pretty freaking simply. Let's be honest here, because you also have, you got the Ewoks as well for them to worry about, and yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's very one-sided, this map, and you can't see. That's another thing. It's hard to see with all the fucking shit around. So, I mean, I don't hate it, but I don't love it, Pretty near the bottom for this one. Now, Felucia is another one of those maps that's hard to see on, and it is one of those maps that is a pretty okay layout, I guess. But it's strange, I don't know. The draw distance really brings it down, especially if you're playing on, like, OG consoles. And not being able to see in a map is always something I do not like. And for some reason, the CIA gets Jango Fett for their hero, and the Republic gets Aayla Secura. Huge difference. Now here's another map that's a downgrade from most of the ones from the original, that being Hoth. And some people actually agree with me, which is shocking. They took away the command post in the back and the hallways from the shieldmonger to the other, and I do not know why they did that for. Honestly, that kind of made it better. Plus, not being able to jump out of your ship in the snowspeeder is lame. Let me be quite honest here. It was so much fun to do kamikaze runs and just jump out of the stupid thing, right? I don't know. I don't really like that they buffed the snowspeeder, because you can actually take out the walkers pretty simply with them. You can say that's a good thing, but I don't know. I feel like it's a bad thing, to tell you the truth. I don't know how I really feel about this map in Battlefront 2, to tell you the truth. Not one of my favorites. Rhen Vahr Harbour is a map that did not benefit from having playable heroes on it, as they kind of destroy the balance of the map. I do not like that they just kind of ruin the flow. They ruin the whole Ice Temple thing and all that. And plus, the AT is so much better in this game than it was in the first, that I feel like if a guy just can't get underneath where the weak spot is, you're pretty much just gonna win, because it's just so ridiculously overpowered in this thing. And like when I played it, the rebels didn't have a vehicle, and they had turrets instead. You can just one shot. Like, come on, it's kind of a joke. And the tunnel is nowhere as close as hard to get through as it was in the first game. Maybe online it's different again, but like I don't know. I don't really like Vahr Harbour in Battlefront 2. I'm not gonna lie. Kamino is definitely better in this game with the new command post. It makes it a lot more balanced, and having no neutral command post at the start of the match is a good decision. It just kind of made it too easy if you're like playing as like the clones or the jetpack trooper, or sorry, the dark Empire use the dark trooper. You just jump to the friggin', jump to the command post, or even with a droideka. Honestly, like everyone except the rebels is good in this freaking map in Battlefront 1. But like no, in this game it's much better, honestly. The AI still loves to go for the friggin' turrets though. So in a way that's kind of annoying, but at the same time it's good because you can practice your sniping. So, good map. It's a lot better in this game than it was in the first, I'm not gonna lie. Now a lot of people say that Jabba's Palace is one of the worst maps. I cannot agree, but I do agree it is worse in this game, and that's for one reason. They took away the back command post behind Jabba when you fall down the pit, behind the Rancor pit. There we go, behind the Rancor pit. I don't really understand why they did that, but it's still a really good map. It's so much fun in the close quarters to just, the chaos, and it's good to like learn how to use standard infantry or use a shotgun guy, even a sniper at close range if you're brave enough to do that, right? Great map overall. I do enjoy it quite a bit. The new Kashyyyk is fun, but I prefer docks from Battlefront 1. But let's go on with this one. Being able to defend the back part of this map as the clones of the rebels is always fun. You can also snipe on this map, go on the offensive. It's a great time. You can pretty much do whatever you want. It's one of the XL maps as well, so you can experience that shit show. But I do not like the heroes the CIS and the Empire get for this map, as I feel they are just not good enough, because the sniping points are just too easy to knock them out, right? Because they're not Jedi's. You just get Boba and Jango, and they're just too slow. And a lot of times, like I said, you just get shot and killed. I guess the only maps that gets Chewie, so that's pretty cool though. Mustafar is one of the maps we'd always go to as kids. It is really fun, although a bit overrated. The overall design is good. Having lots of ways to approach this map is pretty cool. For like the bridge that can try myself, it is pretty cool. And it is the only map with the Whiner Skywalker on it, surprisingly enough. He, for some reason, appears on the Galactic Silver War version. Because, I remember him fighting rebels here. But, still, he's on it, so that's points for this map. Polis Massa is a random inclusion for a map from the movies, but I still enjoy it nonetheless. I love being able to go inside the hallways with the chaoticness, or go to the space part with the vehicles. The thing that kind of brings it down in the space part is that the CIS can't breathe out there. So you can either do the Magna Guard or just the Assault class and just go on completely own the clone vehicles. So, they're at a pretty big disadvantage against you in that one. But, I still enjoy it though. It's a really good time. The hallways are just complete fucking shit show, which is, honestly, I really like what a shit show the hallways are. It's kind of funny, to tell you the truth. That's pretty funny, and yeah, cool map. Now, I love Utapu. There's so many ways they can play it. You can go in vehicles and be a vehicle hugger. You can snipe. You can support the front lines, try to get behind enemy lines. Do whatever you want to do. It's a fun time. And you know what? You can even do the famous hello there moment from episode 3. How can you go wrong with that? In General Grievous? Awesome. Naboo Theed is the same as the first game, although I do not understand why they decided to put it in the dark. But that does not make sense to me. But that does not make the map any worse, though. It's still a great time. So many different command posts in it, and it's a big battlefield. For some reason, the center's a big fucking shit show, which is always a good time. The biggest thing, though, about this map in Battlefront 2 is that there's that one part right next to the center. You all know what I'm talking about, where the AI all seems to get stuck. And they didn't fix it in Classic Collection. Not surprising. I don't know why that happens for, and it's still really annoying. But, aside from that, it's a really good map. Mygeeto is a really fun time when it plays, and it plays really well. And has a great layout. You also get to play as the man himself, Kaini Windu, and talk about the droid attack on the Wookiees. I love when the map is a defensive for one side of the command post holding the vehicles. It can be pretty tight at times, but so much fun. Rhen Citadel is basically the same as it was in the first game. I feel the same way. It's fun, and if you're good at the game, it rewards you really well. Although the faster pace that the second game has does kind of make it a bit easier in comparison to the first. But it is still a good map to hone up on your skills, and always a good time. Bespin Cloud City and Battlefront 2 is such a good map, debatably even better in this game than it was in the first. It plays the same where you can capture all the top command posts and control the bottom part with the top command post, sniping and picking up each of the enemy reinforcements one by one. Or if you're playing as, say, for example, the clones, you can use the jetpack trooper to get up on the top part if you're losing the top part and you only have control of the lower part. You can use the jetpack trooper, go up top there and flank them. You can use the car and freezing chamber to flank the enemies. You can do so much stuff. This map is so cool. Great time. Honestly, great map. Oh, master. Tantiv IV is a good time. It is the definition of chaos. The matches feel like they just end in seconds because it's just so freaking chaotic and fast. The tight corridors just make this map just disappear when you're playing it. Learning how to use the shotgun is great on this map. You can even learn to use the assault class if you really need to, or the standard infantry, really whatever you want. Hone up on any skills, as most of them are viable in this map. Just a great time. The Death Star is another random choice in a way because, I mean, what battles happen on the Death Star, but who cares? It's pretty cool because it's really iconic and everyone loves the Death Star, let's be honest. And how can they not include it? Come on. And it's so cool because this is one of those maps that you can approach in different ways, many different ways, in fact, for your different combat encounters. Plus, I love having map knowledge really benefits you in this game. Even if you don't, even if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get punished. But if you know what you're doing, you can take many different ways, faster ways, or plays that the other players won't expect, and just, capture command post, do your thing. Great map. Coruscant is cool, although I wish that it took place in the actual city, but I'm not going to complain being in the Giant Temple. That's still pretty awesome. It's another one that has so many ways to approach it, and it's another map as well that also has the advantage with the map knowledge. If you have the good map knowledge, you'll be benefiting really big time on this map. Good time to play at. And I don't understand why Anakin is not the hero on this map. We all know why. But still, pretty awesome. I don't really get Mace Windu, but hey, you know what? They had to put him in more in Genosis, right? So there you go. Alright guys, here we are to the number one map in the Battlefront 2 in the game, whatever you want to say. I cannot believe I am saying this, but I think the number one map in Battlefront 2 would be Tatooine Mos Eisley. Shocking, I know. But honestly, this map kind of slaps in this game. Don't get me wrong, it was good in the first, but the slow movement just made it painful. In this game, it is the complete opposite. Getting rid of any vehicles for any side is a good idea as well. It is just unfair when the first game with the CIS in their tank. Plus, you can approach this map in so many ways, and the rooftop strategy is way more viable because of the advanced movement in this game as compared to the first. And you can also use the unique classes with their shields and stuff like that to just just do better. It's pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Great map. The aesthetics are a little bit lame though, just the desert and it just looks worse than the first, but hey, you know what? You got the Jawas, and who doesn't love the Jawas?